Have you ever wondered why someone might feel compelled to starve themselves or binge eat? Welcome, dear listeners, as we delve into the unseen reality of eating disorders, a topic often shrouded in misconception and stereotype. Eating disorders, contrary to popular belief, are not rare. In fact, they are alarmingly prevalent. Millions across the globe are wrestling with these conditions every single day. These disorders are not restricted by age, gender, ethnicity, or socioeconomic status. They affect individuals from all walks of life, silently, often unnoticed, and sometimes with deadly consequences. When we talk about eating disorders, we often picture extreme thinness or obesity. But the truth is, these disorders are not always visible. They can affect anyone, regardless of their physical appearance. You cannot tell if someone is suffering from an eating disorder just by looking at them. This is one of the many misconceptions that surround these conditions. Another common stereotype is that eating disorders are a choice or a vain pursuit of a certain body image. But let's be clear, these are not lifestyle choices. They are serious, often life-threatening mental health conditions. They stem from complex mixtures of genetic, biological, behavioral, psychological, and societal factors. Eating disorders are not just about food. They are not just about wanting to look a certain way. They are about control and coping, about distress and self-perception. They are about individuals trying to navigate their way through life, dealing with their inner turmoil in the only way they know how. We must also debunk the myth that recovery from eating disorders is as simple as just eating more or just eating less. Recovery is a challenging journey that requires professional help, a lot of patience, and a supportive environment. It is not a straightforward path, but it is definitely a possible one. Eating disorders are not simply about food or vanity. They are complex mental health conditions that require understanding, compassion, and professional treatment. As we continue our discussion, let's keep these truths in mind and approach the topic with the empathy it deserves. Did you know there are several different types of eating disorders, each with its own unique set of symptoms and challenges? Today, we're going to delve into the three main types of eating disorders: anorexia nervosa, bulimia nervosa, and binge eating disorder. Firstly, let's talk about anorexia nervosa. This is an eating disorder characterized by an intense fear of gaining weight, leading to severe food restriction and weight loss. Individuals with anorexia have a distorted body image, often seeing themselves as overweight even when they are dangerously underweight. They might also have an obsessive preoccupation with dieting and controlling their food intake. Next up, we have bulimia nervosa. Bulimia involves periods of uncontrollable binge eating, followed by compensatory behaviors to prevent weight gain, such as self-induced vomiting, excessive exercise, or misuse of laxatives. It's a destructive cycle of binging and purging, which can lead to severe physical health problems over time. Unlike anorexia, individuals with bulimia may maintain a normal or above-average weight, making the disorder less visible to others. Lastly, we have binge eating disorder. This is the most common eating disorder in the United States. It involves recurring episodes of eating large quantities of food to the point of discomfort, often eating alone due to feelings of embarrassment. Unlike bulimia, there are no compensatory behaviors after a binge. This can lead to obesity and related health complications. Each of these disorders presents its own unique challenges and health risks. They can affect anyone, regardless of age, sex, or background. They're not just about food, but are complex mental health conditions with roots in biology, genetics, and environment. It's important to note that these are not the only types of eating disorders. Others include avoidant restrictive food intake disorder, pica, and rumination disorder, among others. But understanding these three main types is a good starting point. Understanding these different types of eating disorders is the first step towards providing effective support and treatment. What causes an individual to develop an eating disorder? Is it solely about body image, or are there deeper underlying issues? These are questions that many of us have pondered at one time or another. The answer, as it turns out, isn't quite as straightforward as one might think. In fact, eating disorders are complex conditions that arise from a combination of long-standing behavioral, biological, emotional, psychological, and social factors. Let's begin with the psychological factors. Eating disorders often coexist with conditions like depression, anxiety, and obsessive-compulsive disorder. Low self-esteem and perfectionism can also play a role. It's important to remember, though, that these are contributing factors, not causes. They don't guarantee the development of an eating disorder, but they can make someone more vulnerable. On to the biological factors. Research shows that people with first-degree relatives, parents, siblings, who had an eating disorder are more likely to have one themselves. This suggests a genetic link. Additionally, certain chemicals in the brain that control hunger, appetite, and digestion have been found to be unbalanced in individuals with eating disorders. Let's not forget the environmental factors. These include societal pressures that glorify thinness and place value on obtaining the perfect body. Our culture's messages about dieting and beauty can trigger harmful behaviors in those predisposed to eating disorders. Lastly, consider the influence of personal experiences. Traumatic events, such as abuse or the death of a loved one, can trigger eating disorders. Even seemingly benign events like teasing or bullying about body shape or weight can be enough to push someone over the edge. In conclusion, eating disorders are not caused by a single event, behavior, or person. They're a result of a complex interplay of various factors. There is no single cause for eating disorders, making it all the more necessary to approach each individual's experience with an open mind and understanding heart. Eating disorders can have devastating effects on an individual's physical health, mental well-being, and overall quality of life. These silent invaders take a toll not just on the body, but also on the mind, seeping into every aspect of life and leaving a wake of destruction in their path. Physically, the effects of eating disorders can be vast and varied. They often lead to severe malnutrition, which can result in a myriad of health problems. These can range from bone loss and heart complications to gastrointestinal issues and even organ failure. The body, deprived of essential nutrients, is forced to consume its own resources, leading to a rapid decline in overall health. Psychologically, eating disorders often co-occur with other mental health conditions. Anxiety, depression, obsessive-compulsive disorder, and post-traumatic stress disorder are frequently seen in tandem with these disorders. This combination can create a vicious cycle, where the eating disorder and mental health issues feed off one another, exacerbating each other's effects. Furthermore, the strain of an eating disorder can disrupt an individual's life in many ways. It can severely impact academic and work performance, as concentration and productivity levels can be significantly affected. It can lead to social isolation, as the individual may withdraw from friends and family, either out of shame or in an attempt to hide their disorder. It can also result in financial difficulties due to the costs of treatment and recovery. Yet, perhaps the most heartbreaking effect of an eating disorder is the loss of joy. The pursuit of an unattainable standard of beauty or control can rob individuals of their ability to find happiness and fulfillment in life. Their world becomes dominated by numbers on a scale or the mirror's reflection, leaving little room for anything else. The impact of an eating disorder extends beyond the individual, affecting their relationships, work, and daily life. It is a battle fought not just in the confines of the body, but in the mind, the heart, and the soul. The effects are far-reaching, but with awareness, understanding, and support, recovery is possible. Before we continue, remember to like, subscribe, and comment below to show your support for those battling eating disorders. Your engagement can help us reach more people and raise the much-needed awareness about this often overlooked health issue. Eating disorders can affect anyone, regardless of age, gender, or background, and it's crucial that we all understand their seriousness. By subscribing, you're not just joining our community, you're becoming part of the solution. Your comments can spark meaningful discussions, share insights, or simply provide comfort to someone who may need it. If you found this content valuable, don't hesitate to share it. Let's spread the word and make a difference together. Remember, you're not alone in this fight, and every action counts. Your support can make a huge difference in someone's journey to recovery. Recovery from an eating disorder is possible, though it's often a long and challenging journey. This journey, though difficult, is not one that has to be undertaken alone. Various treatment options are available, and these are designed to cater to the diverse needs of individuals battling these disorders. One of the most effective treatment approaches is psychotherapy or talk therapy. This often involves cognitive behavioral therapy, which helps individuals identify and change unhealthy thought patterns that contribute to their disorder. Family-based therapy is another approach, particularly useful for adolescents, as it involves the entire family in the treatment process. Nutritional counseling is also a key component of treatment. A registered dietitian can provide guidance on healthy eating habits and help individuals develop a positive relationship with food. This is an essential step towards restoring physical health and establishing balanced eating patterns. Medication can also play a role in treatment, particularly for those struggling with co-occurring conditions like anxiety or depression. However, it's important to note that medication is usually most effective when used in conjunction with other forms of therapy. But let's not forget the importance of a supportive network. Support groups and community-based resources offer a sense of belonging and understanding that can be incredibly healing. These networks can include fellow recovery warriors, healthcare providers, family, and friends. They provide a safe space to share experiences, challenges, and victories. Hospitalization or residential treatment programs may be necessary for severe cases. These intensive programs offer a structured and supportive environment for recovery, providing round-the-clock care and supervision. Remember, recovery is not a linear process. There will be ups and downs, progress and setbacks. But with each step, individuals learn more about themselves and develop the skills necessary to maintain their recovery long-term. It's also crucial to remember that each person's recovery journey is unique. What works for one person may not work for another. Therefore, personalized treatment plans are essential, taking into account the individual's specific needs and circumstances. With the right help and support, individuals with eating disorders can regain control over their health and lives. So let's continue to spread awareness, understanding, and compassion for those battling these disorders. Remember, recovery is not just possible but achievable. For those interested in learning more about eating disorders or finding resources for support, check the description box below. It's teeming with a wealth of information and resources carefully curated just for you. You'll find recommended health products that are not only reliable but also beneficial in maintaining a balanced lifestyle. We've also included links to various support groups and professionals who specialize in eating disorder recovery. These resources are crucial stepping stones towards a healthier life. If you're seeking to expand your knowledge or simply in need of a supportive community, the description box is a treasure trove of valuable resources. Moreover, we've listed some enlightening books and documentaries that shed more light on the subject. They provide a deeper understanding of eating disorders and the journey towards recovery. To wrap it up, don't forget to explore the description box. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. There are resources available to help. As we wrap up, it's important to remember that understanding and supporting those with eating disorders is a collective effort. We've delved into the unseen reality of these conditions, shedding light on the struggles that many individuals face in silence daily. We've looked at the different types of eating disorders, each with its own unique characteristics and challenges. Anorexia nervosa, bulimia nervosa, and binge eating disorder are just a few examples, each with its own unique characteristics and challenges. It's crucial to remember that these disorders are not choices, but rather complex mental health conditions that require understanding, compassion, and professional help. We've also explored the causes of these disorders, emphasizing the fact that they're not simply about food. They're deeply rooted in various factors such as genetics, psychological issues, and societal pressures. This understanding is critical in dismantling the stigma and misconceptions surrounding these conditions. We've discussed the impact and effects of eating disorders, not only on the individual's physical health, but also on their mental and emotional well-being. The toll is often heavy, affecting every aspect of their lives. In the midst of all this, we've highlighted the importance of treatment and recovery. Recovery is possible, and it's crucial for us to support those battling these disorders in their journey towards healing. Whether it's through professional treatment, support groups, or simply offering a listening ear, every effort counts. Finally, we've pointed out the valuable resources available in the description box below, including recommended health products that could support overall wellness. These resources can be a great starting point for anyone looking to learn more or offer help. In closing, let's keep the conversation going. Awareness, understanding, and compassion are key in supporting those living with eating disorders. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment below. Your support can make a real difference. Thank you for joining us in raising awareness for eating disorders.